it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to learn.
Welcome everyone to the Ace Money Show. My name is Alvin Ace McNeil, man, and let me tell you, this week it's been heavy on my heart. It's been a heavy on my heart type of week, and hence the reason why I have the Bee Gees playing in the beginning. At the end, I'm gonna have a little montage for a fallen cousin of mine. But yeah, I feel like this week is the correct week to talk about family because that's who I was dealing with this whole week. I was dealing with family this whole week, cousins, aunts, uncles, saying goodbye, saying hello, saying how you been doing, and I've been doing that all this week. So first things first, let's talk about last week's podcast. Now I dropped last week's podcast on a Wednesday. That shit went to 50 plus views in one day. In one day. I think last week with Paris talking about weed. I don't even know if most of y'all gotta be weed smokers or something. Because ain't no way. Ain't no way. It looked like as soon as they saw weed and this shit, they was like, weed? Let me click on this shit. They must have thought I was selling weed. They must have thought I was selling some lean. They thought I was selling some Xanax or Percocets or whatever the shit's called. But I feel like last week was the fastest rising show we ever had, and it's still growing. I feel it's still growing. I think right now it's at 70 plus right now, and that's fast right there. That's fast. So thank you for Paris for coming on. I don't even know if Paris promote this shit, but thank you, man. Thank you. I'm gonna definitely have you on the show. More to come. So this week we're gonna talk about family, efforts for family, and we're gonna break down the different categories of a family. So let's start with the mother. So the mother first, man. Honor thy mom, love thy mom, cherish thy mom. If you haven't watched the first podcast, that's a Mother Day podcast. You already know how I feel about my mother. But I feel like in this family, in my family especially, a lot of mothers are a lot of mothers are strong, powerful women, and we have to respect that a lot. It's a woman dominated family. You know, from my grandmother to my mom to my cousins, all of them are strong female women, like Amazons, like fucking Wonder Woman. They over here just kicking ass. Like Wonder Woman movie was better than the Justice League movie. If you don't like that fact, that's just a fact of life. Wonder Woman saved DC's ass. But yeah, mothers, man, they really help mold you, and people should respect their moms. You know what I mean? I don't want to get into it, but motherfuckers be disrespecting their moms, but not in my household, not in this family. They don't disrespect that. You get molly whopped down, your ass turned to mincemeat. They smack your ass down if you fucking talk bad about your mother. But yes, the mother is the head of the household in my family. Next thing we're gonna talk about is the dad. Now the dad you can respect your dad, or you can loathe your dad. It goes two ways. If you respect your dad, that means your dad was in your life. He was a main factor in your life. He taught you real valuable lessons, like My Wife and Kids type shit, like the Bernie Mac show. You know what I mean? Them niggas taught their children right from wrong from a young age and shit. But if you had someone like my dad wasn't in the picture. You know, if you have to watch the Father's Day podcast, watch the Father's Day podcast. Oh, this might be a podcast where I'm just promoting other podcasts of mine. Ooh, well, fuck it, watch it. Listen. I do these shits for people to watch. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, fathers, man, they can either make or break it, man. I saw a couple fathers in there. The good fathers, man, you can tell they spend time with their kids, man. So I respect that. I respect that a lot. Don't run away from your kids, man. Don't run away from your kids. We're the generation to stop that, to end that cycle. Your siblings. Your siblings is going to be the first person you gonna buck heads with before you get into the real world. I feel like your siblings could be your right hand man, or if they do you dirt, because I know some people who have siblings they just don't talk to, man. They just like hate their sibling. They as with each other. I feel like your sibling will be the first person you actually be like, yo, this nigga or this bitch, don't like this person. But at the end of the day, bro, it's nothing but love, man. At the end of the day, if one of y'all was down, you have to pick your sibling back up and keep it moving. Now, if you have a younger sibling, your younger sibling gonna get on your nerves, man. Your younger sibling's gonna get on your nerves. It's almost like the opposite of you. Ain't no way your sibling who's younger is gonna be the same as you unless you have like some Spanish shit going on or something. Because Spanish people, they sibling are just the same as them. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't understand. But if you have an older sibling, you're gonna be the annoying one to your older sibling, man. Your older sibling is gonna be like, damn, bro, I can't stand this little motherfucker. And you're gonna be like, ha, ha, ha. If you're in the middle, You're in the middle. Fuck it. You're stuck in the middle like that Disney Channel show. You're just in the middle. After that, we are going to talk about cousins. Cousins, man. Cousins is going to be your first people you meet in the real world. Your cousins are going to be all different types of people. Annoying, gay, mothers, fathers, deadbeats, jailbirds. You're gonna meet a whole bunch of cousins that you're gonna be like, damn, bro, this is the real world. Successful. You're gonna see some cousins like I have a cousin of mine, real successful, living in a house in the hills. She lives all the way up in house in the hills outside of New York City, man. She comes in, visit, dip. That's it. But yeah, cousins, man. You have annoying cousins. That's the little ones. You have cousins that's older that you like. Damn, I wish to inspire to be you. Cause I know some cousins who's like 9 years older than me, and damn, they go out. They already had their fun, but they go out and they have fun. And I'm like, I wish I could be y'all, but I'm not even 21 yet. Niggas is turning 20 next month. I wish, I wish I can do what you. I can't do what you do. But yeah, man. So in my family, a lot I have is a generation gap. So all the cousins under mine is most of the cousins. Everybody under me is like from 15 down, and then you have people above me who's like 23 and up. So there was only one cousin of mine who was the same age group in this family, and she passed this weekend. I don't want. Oh man, I make it feel so sad. It is sad, but I make it feel so sad. If you listen to this, I hope you're not feeling sad. Sorry. So next we're gonna talk about aunts and uncles, man. Aunts and uncles. This is dependent about your mom or your dad. If they have an older sibling and they your uncle or aunt, of course they're gonna be looked at as almost like the star of the family. Almost they're gonna be looked at as the clean image. They're gonna be like, hey, this is what you aspire to be in this black family right here. The aunt and uncle that's older, you know what I mean? Like for me, Uncle Mark, bro, I heard that nigga was like the shit back in the days. He was the shit. Like everything he touched turned to gold. That nigga was Nicodemus or some shit. And then you had my mom, who was the oldest girl in the family, and she was like the shit also, like the fuck. So and then you had the younger ones like Donna and Mikey, who just just out there wilding out, because they're young, they wilding out. Like my sister, when she's an aunt, I believe that she's gonna be wilding out. She wilding out now, so I can already tell how she's gonna be when she's an aunt. When I drop my kids over there, she's gonna probably make my kids eat candy for dinner and shit. I don't want that shit. Well, I do want that shit. Eat candy for dinner, kids. Eat candy for dinner. That shit smack. Grandparents, man, you better love your grandparents because they don't got that much time. They don't have that much time, and you got to be there to be there for your grandparents, because they're gonna give you so much love. The grandparents are basically there to show you the love they didn't show their kids when they was growing up, basically, and that's how it runs in my household. My grandmother, my grandfather, they showing the grandkids love. Like, here, let me pay off your college tuition. Here, let me do this. Let me feed you. Let me give you a plate of food. They doing that in order to make up for the times they didn't do that with their kids, like my mom, my uncles, and whatnot. So you grandparents, they give you the benefit of the doubt. They like, hey, I'm not treating you like how I treat my kids. So enjoy this luxury life. And there you go. Your spouse, if you have a spouse, you gotta have a good ass spouse. You gotta have a spouse that relates to the family in some type of way. I don't agree with people bringing their spouse and shit of a different race unless they a color race. Like if I bring a white girl to my cookout, oh man, they'll look at me up and down. They'll be like, what the fuck is this? What you doing with this snowflake bitch? Like what is this? I'm be like, damn, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. If I bring a Spanish bitch, they're gonna be like, they're gonna start speaking Spanish. Hey mommy, we're not even Spanish like that. We're not even Spanish like that. My family's from Panama, part of it, and we're not even Spanish like that. And I think Cuban. That's the mustache right there, Cuban. But yeah, but I bet you if I bring any of the motherfuckers in the motherfucker, they gonna just try to wild out. Now, in the family, your spouse gotta be in that shit to the end. You know what I mean? Like you gotta introduce your family to your spouse, and if your spouse don't like your family, drop her. If your family don't like your spouse, drop her. It doesn't matter. Just drop the bitch. If no one likes one another, drop her. Okay. And then after that, if you unfortunately have these things, I'm sorry, kids. Oh man, if you have kids, man. If you have kids, that's tragic. That's tragic. But your kids gotta be either three things. They either gotta be the same as you, different from you totally, or just like your spouse that you had kids with. And in my family, I am just like my mom. And my sister is just like her dad. So my mom can relate to me more. She can relate to my sister more because they girls. They could have that girl intuition. But I feel like my sister can relate more with my dad because they just like, hard, hard people and stuff. But yeah, nah, I feel like kids, man, they can make or break you. That links in with cousins as well. If you have badass cousins, it makes you rethink if you want to have kids. Like, damn, should I have kids? Cause like my cousins are baby kids, and I don't want baby kids. So yes, that is the family breakdown. I know this podcast has been kind of rushed through. I'm doing this the day of. I'm supposed to post this podcast. I'm doing the day of. So yes, this has been the Ace Money Show. I'm not gonna say goodnight. I'm gonna wait for it till the end because I have a video I like to share at the end. So thank you and good night. So, what's good, everyone? If you noticed the past few weeks or 2 weeks, I've been like mourning. If you haven't seen me for a bit, if you see me act a little different, it's because I had to bury a loved one of mine this weekend. Actually, yesterday, I had to see her in the coffin. That shit really took a toll on me, solely for the fact that she was the same age as me. Now, mind you, now she had Down syndrome, and that is despite the fact that she was somebody. She was a aunt, she was a sister, she was a daughter to someone. You know what I mean? My aunt and uncles, they coping right now. My cousin, I saw her cry at the funeral joint. I saw her children cry at the wake. So I thank you for everyone that came out and supported Carleeya Davis. I even got her obituary right here. Thank you everyone for coming to see that. Now this podcast, I don't give a fuck if this shit don't got no views. I don't give a fuck if this shit got 80, 100 views. This podcast was meant towards family. So I'm giving this to every one of my family members to show them that I appreciate them. I love them. At the end of the day, we should all stick together. It shouldn't be a funeral that actually bring people together. It should be all the time. Let's do a cookout. Let's come over. Let's party. Let's have a good time, Carleeya, let me show you that picture again. You will be missed. You be up there with Grandma V. And, yeah, have a blessed day. Have a blessed day.